Maybe that was the half the thing they were needed for the time. Soft riff, breathing into fish. We learned to flinch when somebody moved an arm. A shadow at the shoulder set us on alarm. They handed out the laws wrapped in velvet lies, sent boats and badges with clean, polite goodbyes. I was taught to duck before the world could speak, counting every heartbeat as a threat to me. They called it order, called it civil, called it right, but they were taking futures in the middle of the night. If they just given hugs instead of chains, maybe less of this would burn in our veins. If they had offered hands instead of fences and fines, maybe we would sleep, maybe we would find a softer way to keep a heart from breaking, a kinder lie to stop the taking. But they built the maps from teeth and bone, left us holding ghosts, left us holding stones. You say it's history, a past that we can file. I see the footprints leading out a mile. Not mistakes, deliberate, a plan unrolled. Stories sold as progress, told with hands that hold. I flash out, I strike, I say sorry after pain. Old reflexes trained by other people's reins. We pass it down like weather, like an old disease, and call it culture when we bend it to our knees. If they just given hugs instead of laws, would we still be learning how to guard our flaws? If they'd built bridges with our names upon the stone, would we be lighter than the ways we've known? They deported love and called it state. They wrote salvation with a closed-off gate. We keep the hurt, we keep the blame, we keep repeating all the same. I'm not excusing what was done, I won't pretend. There were plans and there were choices, and they meant to end. But on a smaller scale, I carry loud the same. A flinching apology, a softened blame. I can step back, I can learn to breathe. Say I'm sorry and try to leave the past beneath. Responsibility's a muscle that must be used, not just the words we hide behind when we're accused. If they just given hugs instead of chains and guns, maybe less of us would walk around undone. If they'd held our children, taught them how place. We inherit weathered bones and a dark refrain. We cough the smoke, we wash the stains. But there's a chance in saying sorry, in learning how to bend, to give a hug before the flash, to offer peace instead of end. They weren't always trying to kill you, you whispered to the night. So let your hands be open, let your shoulders drop the fight. A little slower now, we practice being kind. We fold the maps, we leave the taking far behind.